Welcome, Alan.
Thank you.
You have 5 minutes to make your presentation with a possible extension of 3. If you could give us your name for the record and the agenda item you're speaking to when you're ready.
Thank you, Mayor and Councillors, for the opportunity to speak. My name's Alan Russell and I live in Malua Bay and I speak on behalf about the Batemans Bay Community Centre agenda item PET 19-001. I'm the manager of Eurobodalla Meals on Wheels, and it's on their behalf that I wish to speak today, but I'm also the president of the Batemans Bay Rotary Club, and in a former life I was head of college at St Peter's Anglican College. Madam Mayor, my comments are probably going to be too long, so I have tabled them and will highlight just points within here. There is a copy for each of the councillors as well. As I stated, I wish to speak about the Batemans Bay Community Centre and its future in relation to the operation of Eurobodalla Meals on Wheels. I wish to support the petition which is to be lodged with Council this morning, but more to ask Council and its staff to think most carefully on this topic, and will be making 3 particular points. When the Mackay Park Sunset Committee was established, it was made very clear to everyone at the first meeting held at the Catalina Club that the Mackay Park development had to be sustainable. As time has gone on and the design for Mackay Park has become more refined, there are a number of matters which I'm concerned about, but I wish to lodge my thoughts on just this one topic with you, the retaining of the Batemans Bay Community Centre after 2021. I'm aware by the time the Mackay Park development is concluded and that a final decision on the Batemans Bay Community Centre will be taken, there will be a different set of councillors around this chamber who will finally decide the fate of the Batemans Bay Community Centre, but at least my thoughts will be on the books. First, as the manager of Eurobodalla Meals on Wheels, it appears that we could have to find a new home, particularly for our freezer. This may sound a small matter, and one not really worthy of great time nor real consideration. The Batemans Bay Community Centre is from where we conduct our northern operations and have done so for many, many years. We already know that our freezer is not going to the new centre, so I need to find a new location in 2 or 3 years' time. This will require some work now, as it's not going to be an easy task if the centre is not available through sale or lease to another organisation. This may seem selfish on our part, but we believe that our community group does provide great service to our growing older population throughout the Shire, and we would like our needs to be considered. As I said, this may be selfish by a small organisation, but we do provide a service at cost, not for profit, and would find it very hard to relocate and pay commercial rent. For us, already hindered by government funding questions, this will be a big issue and was part of our strategic planning workshop yesterday. In our consumer-directed care approach to our clients, we have to look at their needs and their wants. We then tailor our activities to match, and I'm sure Council could do the same. Secondly, we have moved more of our operations to the centre and other council facilities. We use the centre for our group social support program, and I cannot see within the plans for the Mackay Centre a space where we would be able to conduct such an activity and prepare lunch in a reasonable kitchen and do so at a reasonable rate. Thirdly, we, like many groups, appreciate the council for the not-for-profit rate, which it applies when groups such as ours use our council's facilities. We are most grateful to the council for the consideration and encouragement, and ultimately their support of small groups which do so much for the community. However, I cannot imagine that such favourable rates will move to the new centre. If the Mackay Park Centre is to be sustainable, Council will not be able to provide such generous rates in the future. A solution has been suggested. We could go to one of the other centres. However, for us, these are not suitable, e.g. stairs at Hanging Rock Centre and the layout at Malua Bay. But we looked at this suggestion and have tried them when the Batemans Bay Community Centre has not been available. But where do we put our freezer? The Batemans Bay Community Centre is not the most modern, and it does miss some amenities which we would normally expect. but we do not really worry about this as we can supply things to meet our needs. What we and many groups welcome is the space, which does not change a lot, which is readily available, which has great access to for the older person, has good car parking, is quiet, and is big enough and flexible enough to meet multitude of needs. I'm very excited about the Mackay Park Centre. I'm pleased that one suggestion I had has been agreed to, that the new centre must be able to be expanded if and when necessary without too much disruption to what we're about to build. But I cannot see, even with a bigger footprint, that there will be enough spaces available for the small community groups within the Shire.
I apologise, Mr Russell, but your 5 minutes is up. I have a mover for a 3-minute extension, Councillor McGinley, seconded by Councillor Constable. Councillors, those in favour? You have a further 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mayor. Denise and I are pleased to be part of this community. We congratulate Council on how the Shire is looking, for it is in good shape and so much work has been done throughout the Shire. I congratulate Council on the future developments which are being planned, and in particular the new centre at Mackay Park. But I do ask Council and the next one to think carefully about the Batemans Bay Community Centre. There is going to be a place in our community for the Mackay Centre, Batemans Bay Community Centre, Hanging Rock Centre and the Malua Bay Centre, and I really do think that the Council will be able to afford all of these and be able to develop a business plan which caters for them all and still be meeting its sustainability guidelines. As our community grows, and particularly as there is a need for facilities which are affordable and open to small groups which try to meet wellness and reablement aims for its member, the Batemans Bay Community Centre is and will be required.
Thank you for your presentation, Councillor. Councillors, have you any questions for Mr Russell? Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, Mayor.